This gear icon in the top right will expand the attribution settings and allow us to make some of those adjustments to make sure that Podscribe is measuring the impressions and conversions in accordance with that brand preference. Here you'll see that we have multiple different attribution models. So by default, we use a multi-touch time decay. We have first touch, last touch, multi-touch, and multi-touch time decay. The first two are fairly straightforward. Multi-touch gives an equal distribution of credit across all placements. So if I'm the consumer, heard 4 ads, and then I converted, each would get 0.25 credit for my one conversion. Multi-touch time decay weights that along the timeline of exposure. So the ad that I heard 30 days ago is going to get the smallest amount of credit. The ad that I heard yesterday and then converted is going to get the largest amount of credit for that share of one. We also have the ability to enable or disable toggles like modeling for public space IP addresses. These will be things like commercial buildings, cell towers, universities, government buildings, IP addresses that could be a many-to-many match that we can't use with confidence. We also have modeling and adjustable weighting for simulcast environments. So if the podcast has a YouTube video or a Rumble video or a Spotify for video, you can adjust the attribution weighting here just by sliding this slider. The attribution settings are also flexible from a conversion window standpoint, where by default we have 30 days for podcasts, 14-day for streaming. But if the brand knows that there's a longer conversion cycle for their particular product or service, we can extend those, giving consumers up to 60 days to take an action after they've been exposed to an ad. And you'll see that the counts down below are updated in real time to reflect that adjusted attribution window. Finally, there's also controls to update and adjust exclusions, so excluding prior customers or prior visitors, or if the brand has a significant Facebook or Instagram campaign. These conversions are being represented as 3,000 consumers heard the audio ad and then navigated to Facebook directly before landing on the advertiser's website. So we can exclude those from counting to the performance of the campaigns that we're tracking here with these exclusions by refer or UTM source codes. I skipped over incrementality, but this is also another premium feature that allows us to identify how many of these conversions are net new, or in other words, would not have taken place without the impact of this campaign. We create a synthetic lookalike control group and measure the difference between the two groups, the exposed and the control, to identify the subset of conversions that are driving incremental impact for the advertiser. So with this enabled, you'll notice that we've got a little gold arrow, which is also going to be represented everywhere across the dashboard. And that essentially means that these counts are being expressed through the lens of incremental performance. So we can see that now 19,000 conversions were incremental or isolated to the impact of this campaign. We also have that view down below for placements, the shows, the publishers, to see which different data cuts are moving the needle for the advertiser. You can also update and save a different profile for each advertiser view, or if you're working with multiple views in a given campaign, you can easily swap between those attribution settings. So if this top portion, we've got the ability to look at performance by the past 3 months, these standard timeframes. You can also do a custom time frame or look at a particular week to drill down into a more granular view. You can toggle by hour, by day, by week, or month to view the trend of that performance over the course of that time frame.